Alright, quick video on why daily weighing is awesome. So, when it comes to the scale, there's a lot of apprehension about daily weighing, weighing in, a lot of fear of the scale, so on and so forth. So, what I want to do is kind of clear some of that up and really stress why I'm such a big fan of daily weighing. And once you can master this, this is really the way to see actual results and know if what you're doing is actually working towards your goals. So what the scale doesn't tell us, these are all things that either I've personally said in my past about stepping on the scale, or I've heard clients or other people say when they step on the scale. So the scale doesn't tell us how fat you are. It doesn't tell us how skinny you are. It doesn't tell us how muscular you are. It doesn't tell us how fit you are. It doesn't even tell us how healthy you are. It doesn't tell you how great of a person you are. It doesn't tell you how bad of a person you are. It doesn't tell you how successful you are. It doesn't tell you how gross you are. And it doesn't tell you how sexy you are. Although it would be a pretty cool scale if it did that. So what the scale does tell us, your current weight at a current moment in time. That is all. Cool, huh? So what daily weighing tells us? Essentially, daily weighing will tell you how your weight fluctuates over a 24-hour period. What can cause 24-hour fluctuations? Water and food. That's pretty much it. Your weight can actually fluctuate over the course of 24 hours, 36 hours, about 5, and in some people 10%. That's a huge amount of gain or loss. I know I personally have weighed in the morning at 205 and just for the heck of it stepped on the scale at night and I'm 215. Did I gain 10 pounds of muscle in a day? Heck no. Did I gain 10 pounds of fat in that day? Heck no. If you don't believe me, go weigh yourself right now. See what your weight is. Then chug 16 ounces of water. Hop on the scale again. I would bet money that you just gained 1 pound. Oh my gosh. So how can you gain and lose water? How does your water weight fluctuate throughout the day or over a few days? Well, by drinking water, you're going to gain water weight. If you're sick, your body's more inflamed and you're going to hold on to water weight. If you increase your salt intake, which leads to water retention. If you increase your carb intake, which leads to water retention. If you increase your alcohol intake, which leads to water retention. If you're on your period, ladies, different phases of your period will have you holding on to more water weight. If you're super stressed out and your cortisol levels are high, that holds on to water weight. How do you lose water weight? You can drink less, you can pee, you can poop, you can cut carbs, you can sweat a ton, you can sleep more, and you can breathe more. Those are all ways that you can lose water. I'm not saying that they're good or bad. It's just that's how water is either gained or lost. How do you gain or lose fat or gain or lose muscle? Essentially, your real body weight. You gain by eating too many calories. You lose by eating too little calories. Now, when I say too many or too little, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. If you're trying to gain weight, you need to eat more calories than you need. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to eat less calories than you need. Cool. Really, really cool. So what the heck is the point of the scale anyways? It's a useful tool for tracking trends over time. This is your actual weight loss. And it's also a useful tool for tracking daily fluctuations and seeing how different stressors affect you. Water weight, gain and loss. Under one important circumstance, calories are controlled. So, using the scale daily, weigh yourself every morning after emptying with minimal clothes. Log your weight and move on. If calories are consistent but weight changes significantly, think to yourself, why? Go back to the slide where I talked about different things that can lead to water weight changes. You might think to yourself, oh my gosh, I tracked my calories, I know I was in a deficit, why am I up a pound this morning? Look back. Oh, I had more carbs at dinner, or I had a few glasses of wine. Even though I stayed within my parameters for calories, I had those things that tend to lead to more water weight. Or maybe you drank a lot more water, or maybe you didn't pee yet. Those are all the things that you need to realize lead to daily fluctuations in water. So if you know your calories are controlled, like I said in the last slide, yet your weight is fluctuating like crazy, then you can look at, okay, that's cool. That makes sense. Maybe you're having a stressful week. Maybe you're sleeping less. These are all things that lead to water weight fluctuations. So going back to the daily weighing, converting that into weekly trends, if you're tracking your actual weekly weight trends. So I talked a little bit briefly about this earlier this week. Tracking your weekly trends, so daily weighing and then dividing by 7 and getting your weight for average weight over 7 days will actually allow you to track actual results. So are you actually losing body fat, or are you actually gaining body fat and or muscle? If your weekly trends are moving in one direction or the other, that is likely actual weight, not just water weight. So much win. Now I hope you realize this is why I'm such a big proponent of daily weighing and learning about how the scale can actually teach you more about your body than you probably could learn from just talking to a nutrition or fitness professional about, oh, why is my weight doing this? Look at your diet, look at your weights, see how different foods and different intakes of certain things affect your weight on a day-to-day basis, and then look at your weekly trends. As long as you're tracking calories and you know that you're in a deficit, you should be able to find some kind of pattern that you can pick up on and see results over a longer period of time. So, going off of this, how many calories do I need to eat? How do I know if I'm eating enough calories? I'm going to get to that tomorrow. In my time off here with baby being born, I've actually created a giant Excel file for those of you who really want to hit the new year hard and really get into tracking everything and being able to see, am I actually getting results over time, or is this something that we need to take a closer look at? So I'll be posting that tomorrow, but I hope you enjoyed this video and have a very happy new year.